The timeless allure of two souls forming a lifelong union remains a cherished ideal. Yet, in today's world, a growing number of individuals are embracing the path of singleness by choice. Particularly in Western societies, the tradition of marriage is witnessing a decline, with the ranks of the single swelling. Revelations from the 2019 General Social Survey illuminate this shift, showing that over half of Americans aged 18 to 34 report lacking a steady romantic companion. In Germany, singles constitute more than 40% of all households. This trend toward solitary living isn't confined to the West. Globally, the number of solo dwellers is on the rise. Despite the global embrace of single life, singles often navigate a landscape marred by societal bias and inequalities. A 2020 study titled, "Are Single People a Stigmatized Group?" highlights the unique challenges singles face, from societal prejudice to economic disadvantages, including higher taxes and increased costs for healthcare and social benefits. Yet the narrative isn't solely one of hardship. Many find solace and satisfaction in their single status. Social psychologist Bella DePaulo argues against the myth that marriage is a key to happiness and well-being, pointing out that the purported benefits of marriage are often overstated or simply incorrect. Indeed, single life offers unparalleled opportunities for self-discovery, the pursuit of passions, and personal evolution. So does single life trump partnership? The answer is as diverse as humanity itself. For some, the companionship and partnership of marriage are fulfilling. Others thrive in the autonomy and freedom that singlehood affords. This video isn't an advocacy against romantic partnerships, nor a critique of those who choose them. Rather, it's an exploration of why, for some, choosing to be single might just be the more fulfilling path. We delve into the conversation not to sway, but to shed light on a spectrum of lifestyles, emphasizing that happiness and fulfillment are not monopolized by marital status. We question the long-held belief that relationships and marriage are the ultimate benchmarks for a life well lived, inviting viewers to ponder the rich tapestry of human connection and the many forms it can take. From an early age, society sketches a roadmap for us. Find a partner, tie the knot, start a family, and, if all goes well, live out a fairy tale ending. But where does this leave those who remain single? If we buy into the notion that a complete life necessitates a long-term romantic commitment, then are those outside this framework deemed unsuccessful by default? It's hardly surprising that singles often find themselves under a cloud of societal judgment, perceived as lacking, failing, or shirking supposed adult duties. The prevailing sentiment holds that relationship bliss outshines solitary existence, suggesting singles miss out on the quintessential milestones, the exchange of vows, the idyllic honeymoon, the joys of parenthood, and the shared journey of a life under one roof. This perspective paints singlehood not just as a shortfall, but a stark misfortune. Yet, is it accurate to say that those living the single life are missing something vital? Or is it the entrenched societal belief in the necessity of pair bonding that fuels their discontent? More recent academic inquiries suggest the latter. Eliakim Kislev, in his writings, points out that the exaltation of matrimony and the consequent stigma around being single are being challenged by contemporary research. These studies reveal that the so-called marital bliss may only spike momentarily around the wedding before returning to baseline happiness levels, with a noted gradual decline in marital satisfaction over time. Furthermore, evidence suggests that having children does not significantly impact overall life satisfaction. This growing body of research supports the idea that marriage, contrary to long-held beliefs, does not guarantee a sustained increase in happiness. Bella DePaulo introduces the concept of being single at heart, suggesting for some, singlehood is not just a status but a deeply fulfilling and authentic way of living. Cultivating healthier forms of love, society often elevates romantic love to the pinnacle of human experience, a sort of ultimate quest. Yet, love's essence can flourish in myriad forms beyond the romantic sphere, encompassing the bonds of friendship and kinship. These relationships offer profound sources of love, support, and fulfillment, challenging the monopoly romantic love holds on our collective pursuit of happiness. The allure of friendship might not spark the same immediate intrigue as the whirlwind of a passionate romance filled with desire and fervor. Yet the ancient wise men, reflecting on the nature of love, often cautioned against the potential turmoil embedded within romantic entanglements. Epicurus, the ancient Greek philosopher, famed for his teachings on the pursuit of a serene and contented life, championed the value of friendship and the enjoyment of life's simple joys, bread, cheese, and modest wine amongst companions, over the complexities of romantic love. Epicurus regarded sexual desires as natural yet non-essential, posing potential harm if not approached with caution. He famously remarked that sexual intimacy, while not inherently detrimental, offers no substantial benefit, and one should count themselves fortunate if it does not lead to adverse outcomes. According to him, it was not the act of sex itself, but the fervor of sexual passion that could disrupt tranquility, leading down a path fraught with risks like infidelity, mistreatment, dependency, disease, unintended pregnancies, violence, and even homicide. He warned of the dangers of allowing sexual desires to consume one's resources and time, metaphorically trading one's very existence for fleeting moments of pleasure. In contemporary society, romantic relationships often become arenas for intense passion. Dominated by lust and excitement, these liaisons frequently overlook the importance of rationality and wisdom. The aftermath of such passion-driven relationships typically unfolds as a sequence of emotional turmoil, including severe jealousy, the torment of separation, the dread of loss, and the sorrow of longing. The repercussions of being wounded by the darts of Venus suggest a painful ordeal, rooted in the extremes of emotional vulnerability. Might it then be more prudent to nurture forms of love that embody a calmer, more stable nature? Friendship, for example, tends to be less tumultuous and more deeply satisfying. The bonds of friendship, often formed gradually over time, are founded on mutual interests and shared experiences, free from the strains of excessive attachment. This form of love may not burn as intensely as romantic passion, but provides a comforting, steady presence reminiscent of a gentle morning breeze. For those embracing singlehood, the opportunity to spread love across a broader spectrum of relationships presents itself. Instead of focusing their affection solely on a romantic partner, singles have the liberty to distribute their love among a wider circle of friends and family, enriching their lives with a diverse range of meaningful connections. Singles, as noted by Bella DePaulo, tend to dedicate more time and attention to their friends, family, and neighbors than their married counterparts, a dynamic unaffected by whether or not these couples have children. This leads us to the undeniable value of freedom that singlehood affords, a liberty seldom fully appreciated by those in marital ties. Being single offers unparalleled autonomy, the liberty to make decisions unencumbered by the need for compromise, discussion, or justification to a partner. The concept of freedom extends into the philosophical realm, touching upon the pursuit of personal meaning. French-Algerian philosopher Albert Camus posited that the universe inherently lacks meaning, suggesting that the quest for life's meaning is futile. Instead, we should endeavor to craft our own significance. This perspective challenges societal and religious mandates that prescribe marriage, relationships, and parenthood as the ultimate sources of a meaningful existence. According to Camus, it's illogical to assert that certain aspects of life are inherently more meaningful than others. Thus, the state of being single or in a relationship doesn't inherently possess more significance. It depends on the personal meaning we assign to our actions. The single state also cultivates a profound self-sufficiency, teaching individuals to fulfill their own needs and embrace solitude. This counters the pervasive belief that one is incomplete without a partner, challenging the notion that a significant other is necessary for wholeness or happiness. This misconception is debunked by the varied experiences of both singles and those in relationships, with happiness and fulfillment not guaranteed by relationship status. The relentless pursuit of romance as a panacea for discontent leads some to a cycle of short-lived relationships, never quite finding lasting satisfaction. In contrast, singlehood presents an opportunity to assume full responsibility for one's happiness, fostering emotional and, ideally, financial self-reliance. This approach to life is not only empowering, but also pragmatic, placing well-being largely within one's control, reducing the cost of happiness, and preparing individuals for the inevitability of solitude. As Jean-Paul Sartre eloquently put it, the quality of one's solitude reflects the company they keep within themselves. We invite our viewers to reflect on these perspectives, considering the diverse paths to fulfillment and the profound capacity for happiness inherent in every state of being. Thank you for joining us in this exploration. Please like to keep this content alive.